What up, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I'm back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Jacksonville Jaguars Connected Careers. We are nearing the end of the regular season, and we are going to finish it off here with a game versus our division rivals, the Tennessee Titans. Of course, we have locked up a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout, and it's looking good for us so far. So we're just going to rest our starters, all 22 of them, and put in our backups. That would leave Blaine Gabbert leading the charge today. And he is basically upset because he got his starting job taken. He thought he was going to come in here and be the starter following last year, but we went ahead and traded for Colin Kaepernick. But hopefully he can make a statement here today and make a few good passes and come out with a win versus a starting defense. And, you know, while playing with backup O-linemen, backup receivers, backup tight ends. And that way he can get some trade value, and maybe we could trade during the draft, maybe get some picks. And I need to do some scouting too. So during this backup game, I'm going to talk about what I plan to do in the offseason for a quick second. I'm not sure if it'll last throughout the whole commentary, but I will be doing gameplay commentary as well, play-by-play, whatever you want to call it. So in the offseason, one thing is a glaring position that needs to be changed, and that is the middle linebacker position. Puslesny is good, you know, but I want to switch to a 3-4 or whichever defense is more effective at stopping the run. So I've been looking at Jabari Wilson, a linebacker that is supposed to come out into the draft this year. I've been scouting him. He fits how I like to play personally very, very well. We also need to fix the defensive line, because if you see what these running backs can do against us, as I'm going to do the fake here, and Kaepernick is going to get in for one play on the fake and get the touchdown to Maurice Stovall. I was just having fun with this game. I was just, you know, going for it sometimes and doing different things from time to time, because this game has no implication on the outcome of the season for the Jacksonville Jags, because like I said, we already wrapped up the first round bye. So you will not see the Jaguars until the divisional round, and we also have home field advantage. So like I was saying, back to what I'm going to do this offseason. Our defensive line definitely needs fixing. We allow over 100 yards rushing almost every game throughout this season so far. I picked up Fred Robbins, I believe his name is. He hasn't made that big of a difference. Although he has helped, the difference hasn't been anything amazing, because we are still allowing, like, people can run right between the tackles on us. It's like our defensive tackles get pushed around. We do have some good defensive ends. We have Mincy, who was going off in the beginning of the season. And we have a lot of good defensive ends, but the defensive tackles, which is, to me, like the core of the defense. You can't run up the middle without getting past the D tackles. So, and then the next level is the middle linebacker. Then the next level, of course, is the safety. And our safeties could use some work as well. DeJuan Landry is good. Dwight Lowery is good. But there's always room for improvement. I was thinking of doing a complete overhaul of this defense. Almost not bringing back any of the 11 starters. But I do like some of the players we have. Like I mentioned before, Mincy is good. I forgot his name. Daryl Smith is good. Puslesny is good, but I would like a more athletic, more speedy linebacker there in the middle, inside linebacker. So like I said, Jabari Wilson is the guy there. He's projected to go late in the first round. If not, I'll be willing to trade up for him. So don't be afraid to leave a comment in the comment section of this video and letting me know what you think I should do with the team. But obviously the main problem of this team is defense. Offense is pretty good. We have Kaepernick. We have a lot of good receivers. We have Cecil Shorts, who catches one right there. We have Justin Blackman. We have Mercedes Lewis, who can catch the ball tremendously from the tight end position. We also have traded for Josh Cribbs, who I think will be here for a long time, because he just makes so many spectacular catches, and he will always progress. I mean, we have Jordan Shipley. We have so many good receivers. I might want to get or want to get a big name receiver, maybe like a Greg Jennings or a Victor Cruz, something like that, just to add to it, to get some experience at the wide receiver spot, because I think everybody is under the age of 24 or 25 in this Jaguars receiving core, except for Josh Cribbs. I'm not sure how old he is. I'll have to get back to you guys on that. But playing against the starters, really quick, back to the game, we jumped out to a 21-0 lead in the first half. So Blaine Gabbert has been playing really well, very effective, hitting almost every throw. Of course, we're not going too far down the field because he throws an occasional pass like that. But if he's kept in his comfort zone, he definitely could be a really good quarterback in this league. So I'm definitely going to be looking to move him maybe during the draft, maybe before the draft, or maybe just a team that needs a quarterback following an injury in the next season. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But back to the defense, I'm going to go to the cornerbacks now. The cornerbacks played tremendously this season, catching a lot of picks. Mathis is good. Who else do we have? Ross is good. Allow me to, get a little bit more time to remember the names or the first names. I'm not sure how to pronounce Mathis. I don't know if it's Rashawn or Rasheen. I've heard it both ways. So, like I said, don't comment and let me know I suck at pronunciation. I know I do. But other than that, our corners are really good. Derek Cox, I forgot to mention him. He can shut down receivers and can tackle as well. So I think our secondary as far as cornerbacks is good. We could always get better tackling safeties. That has been a problem this season as well. So I don't know what I want to do, what I want to address first as far as this defense. And look at Spurlock dropping his second easy pass of the day. Well, not easy, but that could have been caught, and that was the second time he dropped it. So I'm not sure if I'll have him back next season. So other than that, in the draft, I think I want to get a D tackle. As you guys are hearing, like everything that I'm naming that I want to get in the offseason is on the defensive side of the ball, because I don't think, like I said, offensively we're pretty good at every position. Like I said, I might want to get a big name wide receiver. Other than that, I think we're good because Kaepernick can play. I also did mention in the video earlier, if you did not see it, Kurt Warner comes back at the end of the first season of almost every Connected Careers. I'm not sure if it's 100% or not, but I will be getting Kurt Warner if I can, because like I said, the greatest show on turf is just so nostalgic. He was a beast, my favorite quarterback of all time. So other than that, I think Kaepernick can learn some things. I mean, he may become unhappy. And look at that catch by Josh Cribbs. That's why I'm keeping him. 85 yards today so far. But Kaepernick might become unhappy with being a backup for 2 years max, because depending on how this season goes or how the playoffs go, he may get a Super Bowl. And if he does do that, I may not get Kurt Warner, although I will have to fight the temptation so hard, because he is just my favorite quarterback of all time, like I mentioned before. But if we win the Super Bowl with Kaepernick, I will not have him on the bench by any means. But I might get a better backup, because I will be moving Blaine Gabbert, especially after the start that he has had to this game. So, other than that on offense, Maurice Jones-Drew, we already know how that goes. He's a 97 overall right now, only going to get better, because running backs get the most points for everybody as far as progression, because if I have a 2-touchdown game with Jones-Drew, he'll come back with like 10,000 points for progression, and that has allowed me to get him all the way up to a 97. So maybe next year he'll be a 99, so I'm definitely going to want to re-sign him. And back to this game, it all comes down to this onside kick right here if we wanted to win, and we could not get it. We absolutely went stale in the second half of this game. We started off 21-0, allowed a few quick scores. They got the ball at halftime, allowed them to come back and win this game. I mean, we were playing against starters with 22 backups, so I'm not at all discouraged or anything by this loss, although it would have been good to say that we beat a division rival with all 22 backups in the game, but unfortunately it did not turn out that way. Although I did see some very good performances on the offensive side of the ball. McBride played good on defense. That's the only honorable mention I do have for defense. But offensively, Blaine Gabbert did do good, although he threw 2 interceptions. They were my fault, but other than that, threw a few good passes for, short to intermediate range. Also, Josh Cribbs is really good from scrimmage. He can catch screens. He could run the ball. Also, he received the ball really well. Only receiver going over 100 with 8 receptions, 13 yards per reception, and the touchdown. And Spurlock was the GOAT of the game because he dropped 4 passes. 2 could have turned out to be a touchdown depending on how the defense was tackling at that moment. But that's all I have for this video. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think I should do for the offseason. And please be logical. Don't tell me to go out there and get a running back, even though I have Maurice Jones-Drew. So that's the only thing I ask you. Please be logical when you leave comments asking me to do certain things with my team. So other than that, have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.